What's up, everybody? I'm Kansu, and this is the Crystal Corner. On this video, I'm going to be talking about how to properly sage and clear and clean your environment. Right? Disregard the little dogs walking past. I'm sitting up under a tree, but somebody walking their dogs or whatever. Okay. So, shouts out to all my cancers there. Lovely Cancer season we just had into the Leo season. I'm a Leo rising, Leo moon, Mercury, Mars, and Venus. So shouts out to my Leos. I'm a Cancer, but I'm really supposed to be a Leo. But back to the video. Yeah, saging your environment. Everybody should be familiar with sage and why you need to sage your environment. Clean it. Um, but I don't think everybody knows how to properly do that. So this is where we're going to get into. There's a couple different types of sage. Most people get regular white sage, and white sage is great. It's really good for cleaning your environment, purifying that negativity, and removing all of those blockages that you want to out of your environment and off of your person. Okay, but you ever heard of the principle of balance? Equal exchange. For every give, there's a take. For every take, there's a give. What that's basically saying in reference to sage right now is if you sage your environment, you're trying to clear it of negative energy, it will be replaced by either energy of the like or something higher. 9 times out of 10, if you're cleaning your environment of negative energy and you don't get all of it out, um, you cleaning your energy is just going to make it worse, honestly. Yes, saging your environment can make it worse. Well, why does it make it worse, Kansu? Easy. It makes it worse because a lot of us don't know that you're supposed to replace that negative energy with positive energy. Now, what kind of things can I burn to replace my negative energy with positive energy? We'll get into that. But let's first discuss the types of sage. So remember, we have white. Then there's like your white and blue sage, and then you have like your black sage and your black and white sage. Um, Blue sage is similar to white. It does the same thing. Black sage is the same as white. The difference is the black sage kind of gives off a positive energy, and the white kind of gives off a negative energy, right? Or it cleans the negative energy. Black and white sage together cleans negative energy and replaces it with positive, so you don't have to do anything extra. Whereas the white sage by itself, blue sage by itself, only clear negative energy. Okay, so when you're um, cleaning your house, your environment, whatever, first things first, you want to make sure that as you're saging, you go through your room or all the rooms in your house and you get every corner. You take that sage stick and you stick it in the corner and you let that smoke billow up and get into each of those corners. Why? Because negative energy builds up in the corners of spaces. You ever wonder why when you go into timeout when you was a kid, they tell you to go stand in the corner? Because standing in the corner helps to dissipate that negative energy and calms you down. That's also a gathering place for it. With that said, as you're saging your room, you want to make sure that the windows are open so the smoke has somewhere to go, but also so that negative energy can't escape. Now we get into things like Palo Santo, which is used for cleansing, but it's really a positive energy replacer. Sweetgrass is similar, it replaces the negative energy with positive. Okay. You can also do this with incense. So after you burn the sage in the corners, you want to go ahead and hit all your corners and burn your sweetgrass, your Palo Santo, or things of that nature in your corners, right? The same thing with your person. If you don't clean, well, not if you don't clean, but after you clean that negative energy out, you have to replace it with positive because if you don't, it's going to be replaced with whatever is left over. So if you didn't clean well, all of that negative energy is just going to gather back up in your space. So while you thought you were trying to clean, you're actually making the situation worse. Okay. And that brings me to my preference. I prefer to burn black and white sage because, like I said, black and white sage um, cleans negative energy, but it also replaces it with positive without you having to burn extra. But if you only have your white sage or your blue sage or whatever, definitely go ahead and use it. I would follow up after I've gone through all my corners with that throughout the house and aired it. Go back and burn your Palo Santo in all of your corners, or your sweetgrass in all of your corners. just to make sure that you reset the vibe and give it the highest send off that you can, the highest energy that you can after you've tried to clean. Same thing with your person. You sage yourself, and then you can spray yourself down with Florida water, which is something else you could spray in your corners. Rose water is really good for that too. After you clean yourself, like let's say you're saging yourself, and after you sage yourself and get all that smoke off of you, spray yourself with Palo Santo water or rose water or Florida water or something like that, so that you can replace that negative energy that you just cleaned with a very high vibrational positive energy around you. Okay. Like I said, you can still do that in all your corners. So after you burn the sage, take your Palo Santo sticks and hit it all in the corners as well. Otherwise, if you don't replace it with something, it's going to come back with more negative energy attached to it versus you not doing anything at all. A lot of times, if you don't replace the negative energy with positive after the fact, it almost would have been better for you not to have burned sage in the first place. Okay. But please do use your resources. I know a lot of you guys burn incense and stuff like that too. So after you sage, take them, take incense sticks. Three is a magic number, so I always burn three incense sticks at a time per space, whether per space per altar. So three. Take those three sticks, you light them real good. Blow on them, make sure the smoke is billowing. Then you hit all the corners. You know what I'm saying? Take them sticks and you hit the corners and let that smoke billow up, and that'll give you the effect that you were trying to look for, but it'll also take that vibration a whole hell of a lot higher. What we're here to do at Crystal Corner is to what? Vibrate higher on these astral flights. I want y'all to look at that for a minute. Let me move my necklace out the way. I'll tuck it in like Red did on Friday. You see, you got your chakras going up the tree of life, and they spin. That's to raise your vibration. I'm having y'all look at this because this shirt is specifically designed to raise your vibrations. The same way that I'm trying to get you guys to raise the vibrations in your house or in your environment, in your car, what have you. It's one thing to do it, it's another thing to take it to the next level. That's what I'm here for. So hopefully this video has helped you to understand how to burn sage, but what you need to do to replace that negative energy once you've cleared it, with positive energy. So like I said, burn your sage, make sure you hit all the corners, make sure your windows are open. After you burn your sage, if it's just the white sage or a blue sage, black and white sage, you don't need Palo Santo or sweetgrass after because it does both at the same time, and that's why it's my personal preference. However, if you just have white sage, whatever, it's no problem at all. If you don't have incense, it's no problem at all. You might have Florida water, some rose water, or something like that. If you don't have any of those things and you want to do it, and you clear your negative energy out, you can use crystals. I'm really good for taking my small crystal trunks, like not trunks, but chunks, like rose quartz chunks, or if I'm trying to put a loving vibe into my environment, if I just want a nice, clean, and clear um, energy, I'll use like small little chunks of selenite, which you can find in the Crystal Corner shop. If you need any of these stones, let me know. If I'm trying to make a nice grounded type of situation in my room, I'll use darker stones, like grounded stones like pyrite, jet, onyx, black tourmaline, stuff like that, and just put one piece in each of your corners. After you clear out that negative energy, because that's sitting in the corner, it's going to vibrate that energy up through your corners and send it out through your room. Okay. If you have any questions, make sure that you leave them in the comments below. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We just reached 100 subscribers on my channel, so thank you to everybody that supports. Make sure that you continue to do so because once we reach 150 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a giveaway of one of my favorite books, which is The Alchemist. I'm giving out 2 copies of that once we hit 150 subscribers. So make sure that you share, comment, subscribe so you can enter the winning for that. If you have any questions, once again, leave them in the comments below. I'm Kansu, and this is the Crystal Corner. I'm going to get at y'all at a later date. Peace.